They don't take coins.
And then he's over here with the Versace cologne or whatever.
It's separate. It was $16. Leave me alone.
Here we hear.
I scammed the company.
He was like, my 3 cents.
That's how the rich stay rich, Audrey.
Whoa! Whoa!
Alright, it's 12:30. We have one student in class so far. We'll wait a couple of minutes to see if anyone else comes along. But yeah, soon we'll start. How's that quarter going for you, Caesar? Everything good? Yeah? Is it going
I'm working this one.
quick enough, too fast, just right? How's it feeling?
It's right here.
Dang! Okay. I'll take that into consideration for today. Maybe I'll go a little bit quicker today. Maybe I'll do a little extra complicated concepts today. Maybe. Okay. Are you taking any other courses or just this one?
Stop telling people what brand it is as if it makes me rich.
Another elective. It's kind of like.
Dang, I'm just an electric to you. Wow.
Super
What
outlet, this one, if you're trying to be more subtle.
Because this one I'm pretty sure is because this is the goosey.
It's polyset. I don't know what it's called.
Polyset? Dang. What kind of stuff do y'all do? You don't even know?
It's like a mixture between music and pop.
Oh, that's cool. Are you looking at like...
Oh, no, ethnic studies.
Ethnic studies.
Studies and like music. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So are you looking, what kind of stuff are you looking at? Like,
Well, firstly,
like socio-political music or something? Or?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Like,
I'm never gonna hear the word silly ever again.
dang, I was concerned for it. It's like blank songs, it's like protest songs. Are you looking at protest songs and stuff? Or what is it more like?
It's like history, music, and like politics. And
Awesome.
how how they are related. I guess the first week was about jazz and like black music.
Yes.
And how,
Yes.
it's like inspired a lot of other genres.
Oh yeah, big
It's
time.
a
Huge.
offshoot.
Yeah. You should check out the documentary Soundtrack of a Coup d'etat, which is like very intertwined with that, like jazz music and politics and that.
I'm sorry,
And
I've been
how
talking
over
too
time,
much.
eventually, like these black voices get like pushed out of their own genres.
Yeah.
You get like taken
Macklemore being Kendrick Lamar for the Grammy. I'll never understand. Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. Wow, awesome. All right, it is now 12:32. We waited literally a couple of minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful edition of CSE 8A Intro to Programming in Python. Today, we're going to be going over dictionaries. We were looking at it a little bit yesterday, just like a quick sneak peek on the chalkboard, nonetheless. And hopefully, we don't get any more technical difficulties, and we can go ahead and do some really cool dictionary creation, manipulation, dictionary methods, things like that. But before we get started, PA5 is due tomorrow night, so please work on it and submit it as soon as you can. Remember that we're also doing manual grading, just like we have for all the other PAs. So if you feel like you're not going to be able to finish it all, that's okay. Just submit something so we can look at what you've submitted so far. And then also the final exam is next Friday. It's in 8 days. Material is cumulative, and we will be focusing on the second half of the class. So. Something like image transformation, nested for loops, 2D lists, dictionaries, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that will be mainly focused on the second half, but we will have some first half material. Sound good? All right. So, image transformations. This is what we did yesterday. We did the checker pattern, where we would look for the midpoint of something, and then make sure that depending on where we are in the positions of our rows and columns, we would use a certain filter over something else. We also modified the image in a function, right? So we would look at how we can actually put our start and stop, our start pixel of row and column, how long we want it to be, all in a function, so that anytime we want us to make a new filter in a new position, we can use the function to do that. And then also editing the image itself within the function. And then lastly, modifying a new image in a function. We haven't done this quite yet, but we can go ahead and do that today. We can go ahead and see what it looks like to modify an image, right? Whether we modify a new image, whether we modify an existing image, right, the actual 2D list itself, or we can create a new 2D list so that we can to create a new image rather than editing the original image. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, shall we? 15, check your pattern. Okay, so we did this yesterday, right? We had, let's see, let's run this. Let's run this now. Run. Oh yeah, our start point, end point. My transformation. Let's start off on, 50. Let's start off also at like 50 and then do 400. Okay, so we run that. When we do our filter, this is our filter, right? Right now what we're doing is we're getting the inverse of we're getting a green filter on the top right and bottom left, and we're doing the inverse colors for the top left, bottom right. Okay, and this is the code that we had written yesterday. We haven't touched it at all. Okay, I just changed the values of our filter itself, or of like where we want the position to be. Right, but something to note: when we're doing this, right, when we're doing this checker pattern, are we editing the image itself, or are we creating a new image for the user?
Oh, we're editing the image itself.
We're editing the image itself. Okay? Why would this be a problem?
In case you want to use both.
In case you want to use both? How so? Use both. Let me run it just once right here. Oh, actually, we already ran it right here. So what do you mean by use both? Like, so you're saying in case you want to use the original image and the new image for something different, right? Absolutely. That could be an issue, right? You lost the original image. What if you just want to use the original image again for a new transformation, right? So let's say we did that. We did the original transformation. Then I do my transformation again with my image. And now let's do a new start row. What start row should we put?
300.
300. New start column?
50.
50. And then the length of the side?
500.
500. Okay. So now, if we save our image again, right, image, and our file name is solo new, okay, we're going to call it new. Let's see what happens. We run it. Again, this is our original image is here. This is what our original image should look like. We run our transformation once, which is what we had before, right? But then we say, you know what? I want to do the filter again, just in a new position, in the same program, right? I want to do it in the same program. But when I ran it again, this is what I got, okay? It used the already edited image, right? It used the already edited image. Then I created a new filter on this, a new filter, and it like kind of messed up. Like I put a filter on top of the other filter. So we're like even further away from the original image. When in reality, what I wanted to do is put a filter on the original image once, then again a second time to the original image, not to the old image. So not to the new image that was created, not to the already filtered image. How can we do that? How can we do it so that instead of, oh, sorry, CSE 88 image, should we edit this file?
No.
No. Okay. How do we change it so that instead of having a transformation, saving it, transforming it again, right? How can we do it so instead of editing the original image, we get a copy of the new image?
What's the function?
Ooh, a
Can
function.
we use load image on the new file?
Load image on the new file. Oh, so you're saying something like, let me see. So like load image, and then what should I put here?
Cholo new.jpg.
Oh, show new.jpg. Okay. So we could do this, but what we want to do is not work with the new image. I don't want to work with this new image. I want to work with the original image. And I want to do a filter once, save that new image. But I also want to do a filter twice. But this second time that I run the filter, I want to do it to the original image, not to this new updated image. How could we do that? Well, one way of doing it is instead of editing the original image right away, you want to keep the original image and not edit it whatsoever. But what you do want to do is create a new image, right? Create a new image with all of these other pixels. With all the updated pixels, I should say, right? So we have our dog. Okay. Right? We have our dog. And instead of immediately putting the filter here, what we want to do is have our dog, right? We want to have our dog, but now we want our filter over here. And this filtered image is a different image, right? A different image, not the same one. This, what type of data type is this?
It's a list.
It's a list, right?
2D list.
2D list. And what we've been doing, because lists are mutable, is that we go in and we used to edit the actual image. We go in and edit the pixels. But instead of doing that, what we can do is build up our old, like our new image, and then just put the pixels in as we need. Okay? So like these original pixels, like at this top row, all of these have to be copied over like this. Right? We don't change the pixels, but we do add those original pixels into a new image. How can we do that? And by that I mean, if this is a 2D list, what structure will this be? What data type will this be?
It'll also be 2D.
Also a 2D list. So what we have to do is create a new 2D list. Okay? And the way that we can do that is as follows. We have all our code as is, right? All the same. But now what we want to do is the following. Instead of editing my image, right? Here we do my image at row column is equal to these new pixels. That's what we're doing, right? We've just been updating those pixels. Instead of doing that, what we want to do is create a new image. How can we create a new image?
We make 2 empty lists.
2 empty lists. We can do that. New image, like this.
I was thinking closer to or one can stay outside of the for loop, and then I was thinking one inside the first for loop.
Okay. Let me make this closer over here. So you're saying one outside the for loop
Yes.
and one inside the for loop. This one or this one?
I think the first one.
Inside the first one.
Yeah.
What should I put here?
Row list or something like that.
Row list, right? And this is a new list. Why should I have one on the outside and one on the inside?
Because if we put both of them inside, every time it would iterate through one of the rows, it just erase everything.
It will erase everything. New image will go back to 0. Why do we want new row list to go back to 0? Back to nothing, an empty list.
because it's a 2D list. So once we append one of the lists, we wanted to be realistic.
Right, yeah. So basically, yeah, you're getting exactly to the right point. So this row list that we have here, we want this to start from 0 every single time. Because what we're doing is we're building our image one row at a time. Okay? And since each row is its own list, right? That's a list, that's a list, that's a list, like that. What we're doing is we're getting a pixel here, putting it into this new list. We build up our entire row. We put that row into our, let's call it new image. This row we're going to append to our new image. So now new image, which initially was just an empty list, is now a list of a list, right? And then we'll keep on adding lists to that to create our 2D list. Great. So now we have our row list. We have our original pixel. We're checking to see if it's inside the filter, right? If it's inside the filter, we do a negative. If it's outside, or if it's somewhere else in the filter, we do a green filter, right? Instead of the inverse, we do the green. But now what should we do? Are we done?
No.
No. What should we do instead?
So instead of indexing like each one in my image, we write row list. I get dot append.
Awesome. Hi. Row list dot append. And do we append this whole pixel, this whole tuple?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We want to keep all that information. We'll do the same thing here. Row list dot append. Right. Are we done now?
No.
Ooh, why not?
Because we still need to append the row to the new image.
We need to append. Oh, okay. Great. So, right outside this folder, should I do it right here?
Outside the second folder.
Why outside the second folder?
Because if we did it inside the second folder, it'd consider every new tuple a new row.
Yes, exactly. So what should I put here?
New image dot append row list.
Rows. Awesome. Are we done now? We now created our new image. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Are we done?
Return new image.
Return our new image. Why should we be returning our new image?
Because the input image is going to be different from what output. And
Yeah, so basically, these two images are different, right? New image and the old image, my image. But if we never return new image, what happens when we close this stack frame?
the new image will be erased.
The new image is erased, it's gone, poof, it's out of here. We're not looking at it anymore. We created it, but for what? For nothing, right? So now what we want to do is make sure that we grab that image. Let's grab it. Right now we're doing my transformation, right, of the image. We run that, and nothing's happening. Why is nothing happening? Because when we call my transformation, yes, we call it, but we're returning a new image. What does happen to that new image? Where does it go?
It's being erased.
It's being erased, it's being forgotten. It's like, I don't know where it is anymore. Because we're not saving it anywhere. We should save it. Right? What should we name this?
New image.
New image, sure. New solo image. Let's do that. Are we done? Let's run it. See what happens. Oh no! Still nothing. What happened?
We didn't use other functions called save image.
Save image. I'm using it right here. What happened?
We didn't put in the new list.
Here we go. Let's run that now. Ooh. Setting an array element with a sequence. Should I? Start point, end point, new image for row in the row list. Okay. Ah, I see what's going on here. Right now, what are we adding into row list? We're adding our tuples, right? Our fields with tuples. So that means we're adding these. We're adding all these pixels into our new image. What happened to all these other pixels? Where are they in the new image? Are they anywhere? We forgot about them. No! We gotta make sure that we keep our other pixels. So now we're checking to see if we're at a certain point in the filter, top left or bottom right. We're checking to see if our position is somewhere else in the filter, top right, bottom left. So now we cover the whole area of the filter. What else should I put here? So that I can capture all of the rest of the pixels that I missed. Else. Because now you know if you're not there, and if you're not there, if you're not at, so you have your image, you have your filter. If you're not here, and you're not here, that means you're somewhere out here. That's your else. And here we do row list, append, original pixel. Right? We're not going to edit it at all. Now we run it. Ta-da! Uh-oh. What happened here? We're only looking at the actual filtered area, not for the whole entire image. What's going on there? For column, let's see, row list is equal to the list. Original pixels here. If you're in the filtered area, you append to the row list. If you're outside of that area, you append to the row list. Else, we're going through the whole entire. Ah, I see what's going on now.
Oh.
Yeah, what's going on?
The for loops only go through the area we want.
Yes, it's only going through the area that we were looking for, right? Yeah. How can we change that?
You do the whole thing.
The whole thing. So the height of the image, my image, and then the width of my image. Run that. Ta-da! Whoa, that's looking funky. Oh, I see. I see now. It's getting the entire, because of the way that we have it here, if we're at the top left or the bottom right, it doesn't, like, it's going to read at everything outside of the, okay, so what we have to do now is check to see that the row is less than the midpoint row, and column is less than the midpoint column, but we also have to check and row
Greater than the start.
is greater than the start point. Start point row. And this and column is, let's see, less than or greater than?
Greater than.
Start point column. All of them have to be greater than the start point column, right? At all times. That means I'll just do this. And boom. 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 And, oh, whoops. And wow, wow, wow. That is a doozy. Whole question. Now this should work. Let's hope so. Ah. I missed the, here, let me see. Column that is greater than midpoint and column is greater than the start point column. And row is less than the midpoint and, oh, we have to be looking at the end point. Oops. Okay. Okay, so endpoint row, right? Endpoint row. We have to look at our endpoints now. So here we're checking. What are we checking? This is checking top left and bottom right. Okay. This is checking top right and bottom left. And so since this has the top left row is less than the midpoint but greater than the start point, and then row is greater than the start point and less than the end point. Row. Right? And the same thing over here. Top left has to be less than the midpoint column, greater than the start point column. Then it has to be column greater than the midpoint column and less than the end point. Sorry, end point column. Right? No. How am I doing this? Yes. This has to be like this. Yep. Top right, row is less than the midpoint but greater than the start point. Then row is greater than the midpoint and less than the end point. Row. Then column is greater than the midpoint, less than the end point. Column. Then column less than the midpoint but greater than the start point column. Run that. Oh, yes, we did it. Oh, that took a while, right? Sorry about that. But basically, we have to make sure that we are in the exact area that we're looking for. Okay? In the exact area that I did go a little bit quick. Was that okay? Did you understand what I was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Great. So now what we can do is, my new Cholo image is that, and say my even newer Cholo image is this new one. Save that one over here. And when we run it, each filter will have its own area. I'm not overwriting one image on top of another, right? So we created our new images right here by creating a new list and appending to that list. Sound good? Let's try this. What is happening here in this mystery function? While you look that over, I'm just going to create a new image over here. Let me know when you think you got it. D flips the image from top to bottom. Let's walk through it, shall we? We have our image here. How many pixels do we have here?
9.
9 pixels. It's 3 by 3. Okay. We have a new result, right? A result. So we're creating a new image, right? Because we have a result here, our row. We're appending to that row. Then we're returning. Okay. So we have. Let's build up our first row, right? So first thing we're gonna do is result. Our result is some image for C in range of the width of the image. So width of image is 3. So C will be either 0, 1, or 2. Right? Then you're going to have a new row, an empty row. So we're going to start off right here. This top row, this new one that we're creating. For R in range of the height of the image minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So that means R is going to be what values? We know C is 0, 1, and 2 because of the range of the width of the image. What will R be?
It'll be 2. Wait, height of the image.
Yeah, so the height of the image is what?
2.
Height of the image is 2?
Or it's 3, but inside the range of.
Aha, yes, inside the range it'll be 2, right? So we start off with 2. Then it'll be?
1.
1. Then?
0.
0. Then?
That's it.
That's it. Right? That's it. So row dot append image at RC. At the very first time that we see that, what is C and what is R?
At the first time you see it, it's 0, 2, or 2, 0.
C is 0, R is 2. Right? So at that position, 2, 0, image at 2, 0. Where are we?
Bottom of the first column.
Bottom of the first column, right here, X. Great, we appended that. Now we go back up. What is C and R now?
0, 1.
0 and 1. What shape do we have now?
A circle.
A circle. We appended that. Then, what will C and R be now?
0, 0.
0, 0. What shape do we have at 0, 0?
Triangle.
A triangle. Great. Then, what will C and R be now? R is finished. We finish that whole inner for loop. We then append this list into our result. So this is result. Result is this whole entire thing. And here, that is our, what are we calling it? Row. That's a row that we created. Right? Then, what happens? We finish our R.
C moves to 1.
C moves to 1. Then, what do we have?
2.
R is 2. What shape is that?
That is another X.
0, 1, 2. This one?
Yes.
Great. Then what happens?
We move to 1, 1, 1.
1, 1. What shape is that?
That is a circle.
Circle. Then, what happens?
1, 0.
Or 0, 1.
Oh,
R is 0. Yeah. See, yeah. And then what shape will that be?
It's a star.
A star. So you mentioned flips the image from top to bottom. If it were top to bottom, we would be getting X, X, and X up here. 0, 0, 0, or circle, circle, circle will stay the same. And then we'd have triangle, star, square at the bottom. Actually, we're very close to finishing up anyways. Let's just finish it up. So now, C is 2, R is
2.
2. 2, 2 is
X, the last X.
the last X. Then, R is 1. What shape is that?
Circle.
A circle. And then lastly, what shape do we get?
Square.
A square. So how do we transform this image?
It's rotated clockwise.
Rotated clockwise. By how much?
90.
90 degrees. Rotates the image to the right clockwise once. Okay. So when you see this sort of mystery image thing, what I suggest you do, highly suggest you do, camera, highly suggest you do for the exam, is to make a mock image. A mock image where you're in control of what those pixels have. Are you going to have all the colors to make a red pixel, a white pixel, a black? Not really. What we can do is say, this is a 3x3 pixel. Here are my shapes, right? I got lazy and started doing circle, 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 XXX, like tic-tac-toe. But if you could do, or like, even, you don't have to do 3x3. You could have done the same thing with this. Right? Triangle, star, square, circle. Same exact thing could have happened, and we would have flipped. Right? So I suggest when we have an image transformation question for the test, image transformation for the test, image transformation for the test. If you have one of those, why don't you go ahead and do one of that? Okay? Try to create your own image. Right? So you can see what happens here. Any questions on image manipulation? We're good? Okay, cool. Dictionaries. We were looking at them yesterday. Today we're going to look at some basics, how to modify a dictionary, adding, updating, deleting elements, all that fun stuff. Okay, so let's go back to the lessons. Lecture 16. Here we go. All right, so we're going to make a dictionary. Okay, a dictionary. Can you remind me what a dictionary kind of is like?
It starts with curly brackets.
Curly brackets, right?
We have a key.
A key and a?
I forgot the other.
The value. Yeah, a key and a value. That's all. Yeah, that's all we need. So we're going to create a new dictionary called CSE 8A Music. Okay? All of us like, I assume all of us like music in general, but we all may like different types of music in general. Okay? So what we're going to do is create a dictionary of all the different types of music that we like, and maybe our favorite artist of that genre. Okay? So, curly bracket, just like you said. What we're going to need to do is put a key and a value. All right? How do we do the key and the value pairs? We have our key, let's just call our key K for now. And then you have to put a colon, and then you have to put your value. Okay? So, I'm going to put one of my favorite genres of music. Banda Sinaloense. Okay? This is like a regional Mexican music from the region of Sinaloa, which is my family's state in Mexico. And they have amazing music. It's like, there's a tuba player, like 3 trombone players, like 4 trumpet players, like 4 clarinetists, a singer, percussion. It's great. I love it so much. That's Banda Sinaloense. And one of my favorite artists that do Banda Sinaloense is Banda MS. Okay? Banda MS. They're fantastic. Love them so much. All right? So that is my first key value pair. How do we go to the next key value pair? Do you remember what?
Comma.
A comma. Great. All right, Caesar. What kind of music do you like to listen to?
Rock en español.
Rock en español. Oh, snap. En español. I'll hit you with the tilde and everything. And what's one of your favorite artists for rock en español?
Café Tacuba.
Oof, my gosh. Love Café Tacuba. Do y'all know who the Café Tacuba is? Man, oh man. I mean, they're always, like, obviously, they're rock en español. And they're originally from Mexico City. They're actually named after a cafe that's like around downtown, like Zocalo, Mexico City. They're amazing music, amazing music. Gosh, we'll put some at the end of the lecture. Kevin, what music do you like to listen to?
Oh man.
Anything. Just one genre.
Indie rock.
Indie rock. And what is like one of your favorite artists for indie rock?
I don't know if you even count it as indie rock.
Dang,
So like
dang.
the Killers.
The Killers. Okay. Quite vulgar for a CSE 8A class, but we'll allow it. Just kidding. yeah. Okay, look, just to make it look nicer, I'm gonna put a space here. We're gonna like so. Just for clarification for the syntax, this will still work because we're opening up our curly brace, right? We're putting all the stuff we want with commas, even though they're new lines. As long as we end the curly brace, we'll be fine. Okay. Audrey, what music do you like to listen to?
I don't know what genre Justin Bieber is, but I like Justin
Dang, pop. I want to call it mid 2000s pop. Okay, and Justin Bieber. Did I spell that one right? I-E or E-I?
I
I-E. All right, we're good. Chao Hui.
I like canto pop.
Canto pop.
Yeah.
Love it. And what's one of your favorite groups?
Eason Chan.
Sorry?
Eason. E-A-S-O-N.
E-A-S-O-N?
Chan. C-H-A-N.
C-H-A-N?
Yeah.
Two different words? Eason
Yeah.
Chen? Or all one word?
Two different words.
Two different words.
First name, last name.
All right. Eason Chen. Something new for me to listen to. Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. We have now created our CSE 8A music dictionary. So when we print this out, CSE 8A music, we can run it. And here we have our dictionary. We have banda sinaloense, we have rock en español, we have indie rock, we have mid-2000s pop, we have canto pop. Okay? Bunch of different types of music. Awesome. Let's say I want to print out my favorite one. Right? I'm going to print out CSE 8A music. Will this work? It's the 0th element, right? Banda sinaloense, banda MS. Should this work? I see a no. Why not?
Because you need to input a key.
You need a key, right? Dictionary doesn't like positions. It doesn't matter whether I put banda sinaloense up here, or in the middle, or at the end, or anywhere else in the dictionary. There's no position of banda sinaloense, right? Or like at least like physical position of it. So what we have to do is instead of 0, we would put banda sinaloense. Whoa, funky. There we go. Yeah. So now what we can do, when we run this, when I look for banda sinaloense, what it's printing out is banda MS, okay? AKA one of my favorite groups of that genre of music. We could also put it like this. Famous banda sinaloense artist. Boom, you run it. Famous banda sinaloense artist, colon, banda MS. Why did I not have to put like a, what's it called? Typecast. Why did I have to typecast this?
Because banda sinaloense is banda MS is already a string.
Banda MS is already a string. So when we do the string concatenation, we're good. Okay, we're still good. Awesome. Great. So now, let's add a genre to our dictionary. Okay? These are great genres. Love to see them. But now, we want to add something to it. How can we add something to our dictionary? Let me just print out our dictionary one more time. Print out CSE 8A music. Run that. So we have banda sinaloense, we have rock en español, we have indie rock, mid-2000s pop, and we have canto pop. Caesar, what else do you like to listen to? No, we already have Justin Bieber. Yeah. Anyone at all?
Alternative rock.
Alternative rock. I want to call it alt rock, right? The way that we add a new key value to our dictionary is just as follows. What we do is, we have our name of our dictionary. We then put our curly brace, sorry, not curly brace, a hard bracket, our brackets, like a position, right? A positional thing. Then we're going to put alt rock. Okay? And though it does not exist yet, what we're doing is, at this dictionary, at this key, I want to set a new value. What's one of your favorite alt rock groups?
The Strokes.
The Strokes. Okay. So now, when we print CSE 8 music, we run that. Banda Sinaloense, rock en español, indie rock, mid-2000s pop, canto pop, and now we also have alt rock. The Strokes. Sick. Love it. Oh man. This is fun. I love dictionaries, if you cannot tell from the way I'm acting right now. Audrey thinks I like dictionaries too much, but that's okay.
I just don't like dictionaries. I like lists.
Ew.
Don't say that, Audrey. Now let's update an existing value. Okay? What we want to do now is, let's say instead of, I don't know, mid-2000s pop Justin Bieber, we want to update that value from Justin Bieber to a new favorite artist. What's a different favorite artist that you like in that genre, Audrey?
JB.
JB?
Just Bieber.
J Balvin? J Balvin is not. No, but J Balvin's not. J Balvin's not mid-2000s pop. Let's do something else. Let's do Banda Sinaloense. Let's update mine. Let's keep Justin Bieber. Yeah, we can't mess with Justin Bieber right now.
JD.
Let's say instead of Banda MS, I say, you know what? They're not my favorite group anymore. They fell off, man. I love this new group now. Okay? And my new favorite group, the way that I'm gonna update my value, what do you think I might be able to do, Caesar?
We do the what's CSE 8A
Music, great.
hard brackets.
Yeah.
And then we input the key Banda Sinaloense.
Wednesday.
And
Yeah.
we set equal to something.
Set it equals to something else. I'm gonna say I love Julián Álvarez. Julián Álvarez y su norteño banda. What a group, by the way. Fantastic group. Love that dude. Okay? Now when I print out CSE 8A music, what should be happening is, let me remove that now. What should be happening now is, we have our original CSE 8A music. We added alt rock with the Strokes, and now we're changing Banda Sinaloense from Banda MS to, let's run it, Julián Álvarez y su norteño banda. Exactly right, Caesar. That's how we do that. We just go to the exact position, right, of the key. What key do we want? That's our key. And we're going to update its value to something new. Okay? Great. We've done it. It's all coming together. So now, what do we want to do? Now let's see what all our keys are and what all our values are. Alright? So we know we have Banda Sinaloense, rock en español, indie rock, mid-2000s pop, canto pop, and alt rock. Okay? But I have to look through all this stuff. I have to skip the values. I just want to look at just the keys. What we can do is use my keys are, right, this is just a string. I'm going to make a string. And what we're going to do is CSE 8A music dot keys. Okay? What this will do, this is a dictionary method. Keys will just give you back your collection of keys. So what are my keys right now, Caesar?
Banda Sinaloense.
Yeah.
Rock en español.
Uh-huh.
Indie rock.
Indie rock.
Mid-2000s pop.
Mid-2000s pop.
And canto pop.
Canto pop. And alt rock. Right? It should be all those. Let's run it. My dictionary, my keys are Banda Sinaloense, rock en español, indie rock, mid-2000s pop, canto pop, and alt rock. We got it. Boom. Those are our keys. Okay? Those are our keys. how can I print out my values? What do you think we should do?
Okay, this is going to be similar to that. Instead of keys, it's something else.
Probably values. Let's try that. Run it. My keys are dict keys and or these are my keys, and my values are dict values. It's giving me this like weird dict keys thing, right? It's like dict keys, colon, then it's got this like list, right? It's just a collection of things, right? So what we can do is we can go through and print out every single one of them using like a for loop, right? So maybe instead of looking like that, what we can do is for k in CSE 8A music.keys, you can print out my key, or one of my keys are, and then you put k. Run that. One of my keys are banda sinaloense, rock en español, indie rock, mid 2000s pop, cancel pop, and alt rock. Okay. When you get dot keys, you can iterate through it like a list. It's giving you something that's like a list. Same thing with values. Okay. So instead of k, we can do v values, and one of my values are v. And now what I'm getting, what's going on? Oh, whoops. There we go. Now, my values are Julián Álvarez y su norteño banda, Café Tacuba, The Killers, Justin Bieber, Isung Chen, and The Strokes. Okay? That's how I can iterate through my keys and my values. Any questions on that so far? No? Alrighty. Now, what we want to do is check to see if a certain genre exists in our dictionary using membership. Do you remember what membership was? Like list membership? Yes, no, yes, no? List membership is when we check to see if a certain value exists in the list. Right? We can do something similar for dictionaries. And that's called dictionary membership. So now we want to check to see if a certain genre exists within our dictionary. Kevin, what genre should we be looking for in our dictionary?
Just like any of the genres.
Any of the genres.
There should be an indie rock.
If indie rock in CSE 8A music, what we can say is our favorite indie rocker is, and then we say CSE 8A music at position indie rock. I hate it when it just. Okay. Now we can do that. Else, we can say is, oops, looks like that genre doesn't exist. Our favorite artist for this genre. I'm going to say for our favorite artist for this genre is blank. So now when we run it, it checks to see if indie rock is a key in CSE 8A music. And if it is, we print out our favorite artist for this genre is The Killers. Okay? Audra, let's check for a different genre. What other genre should we check for?
Is hip hop a genre?
My genre. Hip hop is definitely a genre, right? Some would say it's a movement rather than a genre, but we digress. Okay, my genre. So now we check to see, my genre is hip hop. We check to see if hip hop is in CSE 8A music. And if it is, we say whatever our favorite artist is for that genre. Otherwise, else, we print out, oops, looks like that genre doesn't exist. Boom. That genre does not exist. Unfortunate. How can we do this so we can add it to our list? Sorry, to our dictionary. Caesar, how can we do that?
CSE.
Let's add it. Okay?
CSE, A music, and then hard brackets.
Yeah.
And then my genre.
Oh yes, my genre.
And equals input.
Oh, input. Love that. What's your favorite artist for? I want to say my genre. Let's run that. We check to see if hip hop is there. Hip hop is not there. What's your favorite artist for hip hop? Caesar. If you don't have one, that's okay. Kendrick Lamar. Of course. Great answer. Oh, we didn't do anything with it. What we can do here is print CSE 8A music just to see if it's there. See Kendrick Lamar. And now, when we print out our music dictionary, we can see that we added hip hop and we put Kendrick Lamar. Awesome! Love it! Great! Let's comment all that out now. I have 20 minutes left. Okay, cool. Now, let's print out all our keys and values with a new dictionary method called items. So before we saw we had our keys and we saw we had our values, but what if we wanted our keys and values together at the same time? What you can do is grab them both at the same time with dot items. This is going to be a little funky, but check this out. Okay? For key, comma, value in CSE 8A music dot items. Okay? When we call items, actually, before I do that, maybe I jumped ahead too fast. We'll get right back into that one. Let's say for items. Let's print out what I is. Okay? Let's just see what it is. Let's run that. When we look at I, which is our items, it gives us back all of these things. What data type is this?
It's a string.
String?
Or list.
List? So if it were a string, we wouldn't have any like those like quotes, right? We wouldn't have any quotes. If it was a list, we'd probably see some brackets. So what type? What type uses parentheses? Tuples. Let's try it out. Print the type of I. I'm just going to break right away. Ta-da! It's a tuple. Okay? It's going to bring back a tuple for us. So what we can do with these items, when we iterate through items, one way to do it is to have it like this, right? We have our I, then we have K is equal to I at position 0, then V is equal to I at position 1. We can do that, okay? And then we can say, print my key is K, print my value is B, and then I'll just print out this just to make it formatted well. So we can go like this. We can say my key is Valentina Sinaloense and my value is Julián Álvarez y Sunterteniano. My key is Rock en Español, my value is Café Tacuba. Okay? We can do that. Another way that you can do it, all of this at the same time, is the following. Instead of I, you put K and V right there. What this for loop is going to know is that when I'm getting items, I can expect a tuple of two things. One is a key, and one is a value. That's it. Okay? We know that that's what it's going to give us. Therefore, if we put 4K comma V, when we get our items, which is two things, and we're asking to grab two things, K is going to automatically go to the 0th item, and V is automatically going to go to the first item. Immediately. So when we run that, we don't get any errors. Okay? We still have the same information. Okay? Still have the same information. Now, last thing that we're going to learn about dictionaries right now is how to remove something from our dictionary. We saw how to replace things, right? How can we probably delete something? How can we delete something? Let's say we're going to try and delete. You put in 2 genres. Which genre do you want to kill off? You either have rock en español to stay or alt rock to stay. What do you want to delete?
I can delete alt rock.
Deleting alt rock. Dang. Gone but not forgotten. Unfortunate. So CSE 8A music, alt rock, right? Remember alt rock? What can we do to delete this?
And we set it equal to an empty string.
Let's try that out. We run it. Alt rock is still there. Okay? Because an empty string is still something. It's not nothing. Right? Still there. So we're just saying that our favorite alt rock artist is. We don't say anything, but there's an empty string. The way that we delete stuff with dictionaries is one of 2 ways. You could either do this, DEL, delete. When we delete CSE 8A music, it will remove that entire dictionary entry, the key and the value together. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, I think it's pop, right? Let me see. CSE music.pop, and you give it a key. Alt rock. There's another way of doing it. Also gone. Okay? One of 2 ways of doing it. You could use either one. Right when we delete that, then we still have it here. Or not delete, when we commented it out, it's still there. So now we can delete it with that, or we can delete it with this. CSE 8A music, alt rock. Any questions on how to delete stuff? No? Great. Cool. So now, for our dictionaries, we know how to set one up. We know how to set one up. We know how to access the values using like the position. We know how to add new values. We know how to update values for our keys. We know how to print out what our keys and values are separately. We know how to we know how to check to see if a certain key exists using dictionary membership. If, like my genre in CSE 8A music, then we'll look for that genre. Actually, really quick, just as a quick thing, what if I were to do this? The strokes. We know that the strokes is a value, right? The strokes is a value in this dictionary. What will happen when we run this? Will it go into this if statement of our favorite artist in the genre is? Or will it say, oops, looks like that genre doesn't exist?
I think it'll go into the else statement.
The else statement. Let's try it out. Print. Oh, sorry, run. Yes, it goes into the else statement. Why is that?
Because the strokes is a value, not a key.
It's not a key. So when we do membership, if something in my dictionary, it checks the keys, not the values. Okay? Checks the keys, not the values. All right, so we have that. Comment that out. One more thing that we can do about dictionaries. Caesar said that I'm going too slow for this class, so I'm going to start to speed it up. Okay? We know that CSE 8A, music, apposition 0, that's not going to give us anything, right? What if we do this? Will that work?
I don't think so.
What we're doing here is we're trying to make CSE 8A music, we're going to put some sort of key, right? We're putting 0, and then a value of this is a 0. When we run that, turns out it does work. The reason for that is that when we're putting in this key of 0, this key is a valid key. It's not a position, it is a key though. It's an integer. We can use integer as our key. All right? What kind of keys can we create in dictionaries? For dictionaries, what you need to do to be a key is to be an immutable object. Okay? What are some other immutable objects that we know of?
Floats.
Floats. Let's do 1.0 or 1.01. This is a 1.01. Run that. Boom, 1.01. We can use that. What other immutable objects do we know of?
Tuples.
Tuples. 1.01 and 0. This is a 1.01, 0. Run that. Boom, that works. What other immutable objects do we know of? So we have strings, ints, floats, tuples. I think that's it, right? So we've learned so far in this class? Yeah? I think that's it. What if we were to do this? String, or sorry, a list.
You didn't have it there.
Straight up. Ooh, error. Okay? Type error. When we are setting up our keys must, and I repeat, they must be immutable types. If you put in a mutable type, like a list, then you're going to get something wrong. Okay? Something wrong. So, what we can do, right, is let's put another genre of music here. Chaohui, what other genre of music do you like?
Chinese rock.
Chinese rock? Okay. Who's your favorite Chinese rocker?
It's a band called Beyond.
Beyond. Can you spell that? Sorry.
B-Y-O-N-D.
B-U-Y.
B-E-Y-O-N-D.
B-E-Y-O-N-D. Oh, Beyond.
Yeah.
Okay, we're adding Beyond. This we've learned we can do, right? Because strings are immutable. Can you do the following? Do you like any other bands outside of Beyond in Chinese rock? What's another band you like?
Mayday.
Mayday? Can we do that? Take wild guesses or no?
No.
No. Let's try it out. Let's run it. Oh snap. It works. Okay? Chinese rock, you have Beyond and you have Mayday. Both bands are there in a list. Because values, they could be immutable objects. They could also be mutable objects. Okay? They could also be mutable objects. What does that mean? That means that our value can be of any type, mutable or immutable. But if our value is mutable, can we change the mutable value inside of the dictionary? So if we were to do CSE 8A music at Chinese rock, can we append something there? Let's try it out. Chaohui, what other Chinese rock band do you like?
Think about it. Others. Soda.
Soda drink?
Soda green. Soda. SODAGREEN. Soda green. Yeah.
GREN?
GREEN.
Soda green?
Yeah.
Nice. Like Squirt or Sprite. Something like that. Cool. Soda green. This is another Chinese rock band. Will this work?
I think so.
We have our mutable type of dictionary using the immutable key of Chinese rock, which gives us a mutable type of a list. So when we say CSE 8A music at Chinese rock, we're supposed to be getting a list. And if we were to append to that list, run it, boom! It got updated. Soda green is now in that list. Okay? So now what we can do is the following. We can have a whole new thing. Okay? Let's update our dictionary. For KV in CSE 8A music dot items. We're gonna do something real cool. Okay? We're gonna have results equal to to the value, the original value that we had. We're gonna have a list. Then we're gonna say CSE 8A music at that key is gonna be the results. So it's just we're making a list of whatever was there before. And then we're gonna add to that results. Actually, let's just right here. The result that append, the input, new favorite, or more favorites for, and we're going to put K. Oops. Print CSE music. So now what we're going to do is the following. Okay. Let me just remove that for now. We're going to run that. So I say more favorites for Banda Sinaloense. Oh man. Wait, let me make it for Banda Sinaloense just to make it more formatted. Pretty like this. Run that again. More favorites for Banda Sinaloense. Another one that I like is Banda Los Recoditos. Rock en español. Another one. Caifanes. More indie rock. Kevin, give me another indie rocker. What's my name again? Blink-182.
No.
I'm adding Blink-182. Indie rock now. Mid-2000s pop. Someone that's not Justin Bieber, Audrey. I believe in you.
Spears?
Britney Spears. That's a great one. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What year was Britney Spears? Was she 2000s or 90s?
I think like late 90s.
If she made at least one song in the 2000s, I'm going to count it.
Good enough, good enough.
Yeah. Britney Spears. Canto Pop. Another Canto Pop artist. That is not Izon Chan.
Kay.
K-A-Y.
Yeah, and space TSE. Yeah, KZ.
KZ. Another alt rock.
The Voids.
The Voids. Boom! We have now updated each one of our values to have the original value that we had before and another value of Banda Los Recoditos, right? Or like another value that we added from the input. And now they're all a list, right? So now our keys are still the immutable type of string, and now all our values are lists now, okay? We're going at a good pace. Do you understand what's going on here? With the items, we're getting the result is the original value is a list. We're adding to that list whatever the person is saying. Is there like another favorite of that genre? And then we're adding that, we're going to make that result be the new value for that K, that same key. So we're updating the key. Does that all make sense so far? Right? Cool. Do you want to get real crazy with it now?
Sure.
One more. We have, how much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes left. Let's do this. I said that dictionaries, values could be any type, right? Mutable or immutable. We looked at all the immutable types of string, int, float, tuple. For our values, we also looked at the mutable type of lists. What about the mutable type of dictionaries? Oh snap. What's going to happen? Can we make a dictionary value be another dictionary?
I think so.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's try this out. Okay. Let's try this out. For KB in CSE 8A music.items, I'm going to say my fave is equal to the V, like the original value that we had. Now I'm going to say my least fave is the input. Your least favorite for the genre of music. So we're going to ask the user what's their least favorite. And then my group. Who do you think is or mid? I'm going to say mid. Who do you think is mid for that genre of music? Okay. So mid. So what we can do now is my result is going to be a new dictionary where favorite is going to my fave. Least favorite is going to my least favorite. Least favorite. And mid is going to my mid group. Okay? I'm going to make CSE 8A music at that key be equal to this new result. A new dictionary. Okay? And just for the purposes of time, I'm also going to print out here. How can we print out my favorite indie rock group after we do this? The way that we would do that is we say CSE 8A music, then we'd have to put a key, indie rock. When we say CSE 8A music and we put the key of indie rock, it's going to give me back a new dictionary, right? And that dictionary is going to have this key value, and this key value. So how can I access my favorite, actually the mid indie rock group?
Another hard brackets.
Another hard brackets.
And mid.
Mid. Okay. How else can we do? Okay, so what if we do CSE 8A music? What about my least favorite banda sinaloense group?
We put input banda
Sinaloense.
and then hard brackets and least favorite.
Least favorite. And then what if I want to print out CSE 8A, my favorite canto pop group?
Canto pop.
Canto pop. Okay, and then?
You said least favorite, right?
Oh, favorite now.
Oh, favorite. Favorite.
Favorite. Let's run that. My least favorite banda sinaloense group, let's just say, I don't know. Banda El Recodo. Alright. A mid group, La Arrolladora Banda El Limón. Well, they're a pretty cool group, but, you know, just for the sake of this group. Least favorite rock en español? Maná. Oh, wow. How could you say that?
I was going to say mid.
Mid? Oh, wow. Controversial. Okay, another group. I'm gonna put Caifanes here just to spite
Oh,
you.
wow.
Caifanes. Okay. Least favorite indie rock group. Kevin.
Least favorite indie rock?
Least favorite.
I can't remember a second name of an indie rock.
Can't remember.
Can't remember.
Who's mid? Also can't remember.
Made? It has to be for real.
Mid 2000s pop. Your least favorite, Audrey.
Britney Spears?
Wow.
Bring me alone.
Who's mid for the mid 2000s? Justin
Bieber.
Bieber.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Let's go.
Least favorite for Canto Pop? Justin Bieber! What? Who's mid in Canto Pop? Audrey Montalvo.
Not my full name.
Whoa! Least favorite alt rocker? Ismael. You guys want to know? Okay, okay. Give and take, give and take. And then mid alt rocker, I'm gonna put Kevin. And I'm not gonna put your full legal name. We're not going there.
I'm mid.
So now, the indie rock group that we thought was mid was Also Can't Remember. Who do you think is mid for indie rock? Also can't remember. Then we said, who's the least favorite for Banda Sinaloense? Banda El Recodo. Not true for the camera, not true, but you know, just for the sake of this lecture. And then lastly, our favorite Canto Pop artist was still Isam Chan. That make sense? Is that how we did that? Now we did all that like in a for loop. We didn't have to use a for loop, right? What we could have done is this, like straight up. CSE 8A music. Like when we start off our dictionary, we could have started off immediately with Banda Sinaloense. And this could have been already a dictionary. And we say favorite